I mean, broken iPhone with the awesome app. So this is called the face multimeter. And this is 4.2 milliamp. And this is what I plug into in the end.
Hello everybody, this is Tim Stelmatt from Whiskey Pines. We frequently get asked about our sound and the gear that we're using, so today we're going to give you a quick rundown of both of our pedal boards. To start, both me and Bobby use this Korg TU3 tuner. We're both big fans of this tuner. The tracking is excellent, and there's also a very nice buffer in the tuner as well that sounds really good. Secondly, I use this TC Flashback Mini Delay. A great feature in this pedal is the tap tempo. You can hold down the switch and hit the guitar and it will adjust the delay to that speed. Lastly, I use the Ibanez Tube Screamer Mini. Both me and Bobby actually both use this pedal. Big fans of it as well. And for my preamp, I am using this Grace Felix by Grace Design. It is a 2-channel blender preamp. Can't say enough good things about this preamp. Got it this past year, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. So out of the Grace Felix preamp, I'm running into the TC Helicon Play Acoustic. This is my unit for harmonies and some vocal effects. And also with this Switch 3 add-on that they have here, it is a great 2-button looper. Not a big fan of 1-button loopers live, just too many tap dances and all that stuff, and I just really need a dedicated stop switch and clear. So that definitely helps with that. And then so after this, out of the TC Play Acoustic is just an XLR to the board. And this here is my main guitar that I play live, a 2010 Taylor 314. Came with the ES1 pickup, which I played for many years. It was a great sounding pickup. This past year though, I did a few modifications on it, including this True Jack plate that replaced the original battery compartment. Also came with this solid piece of ebony to cover up the volume and EQ controls previously there. As mentioned before, this is the Marzio Black Angel, a passive magnetic pickup. And under the saddle here I have K&K's Fantastic under saddle transducer, passive as well. And also installed in here under the bridge plate is the K&K Pure Mini as well. Alright, so that wraps up my pedal board. Next time at a show, when you see all the tap dancing, you know what's going on there. And we'll take you on to Bobby's pedal board next.
Now that Tim showed you everything that he uses, let me show you what I use. My pedal board is a lot simpler than his. I don't have as many duties. I switch instruments more than he does. But he has to do all the looping and the harmonies when I can't do harmonies or what have you. So Tim does a lot more movement. I do a lot more switching instruments. So I like to keep my pedal board as small as possible. I cannot stand plugging in pedals separately. So I'll show you what I have really quick. All these pedals are static except for one. There's one effect on here that, or one position, one spot that I switch out every now and then for a different sound, just for something to do. So here we go. First of all, we have the TU3. This is the pedalless version. This is an always-on tuner. We both use this because it has a buffer coming into your signal chain that helps to normalize your signal. Keep it nice and even. Secondly, I have this Wampler mini compressor, and that's where we get the nice crispy sounds from. I just actually started using a compressor. I never used to use one, and when I built this board, I bought one and started using it, and I'm really liking it. Next in the signal chain, this is I actually just got this, haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it tonight, and it's a Boss RV3 digital reverb and delay. Now I normally use this Canyon pedal. for a looper, for its delay. It's got the Memory Man, Deluxe Memory Man delay. So I use this. It's a great pedal normally, but tonight I've swapped it out and I'm going to use the Boss RV3 pedal. This is a super old pedal. Someone gave it to me for free and I just want to try it out. I just want to use a normal kind of a delay tonight. And the signal chain runs from there into the Tube Screamer, and anyone who plays guitar is familiar with the Tube Screamer, the green Screamer. That gets a tube amp emulator, and that's where we get our, we're doing leads, we kick this on. We just do it to give it a little bit more spice. I mean, I guess if we were in the studio recording or something like that, we probably wouldn't use it, but we do it when we're playing live because it gives a little bit more bite and gets people riled up. So then we both also use the Radial Tone Bone. Now just recently, Tim started using the Helix as his main preamp. I use the Radial Tone Bone. He has a tone bone and we use it for separate things. And he still uses his sometimes, but I use mine because you can run any instrument through it. So sometimes I run a bass through it, sometimes I'll play guitar through it, I'll play harmonica through it, I'll play the ukulele through it, the ukulele bass through it. So it's just a good all-around preamp. It's built like a, I mean, it's really built like a tank. Those things are awesome. They're pretty cheap, and I mean, just great craftsmanship. Radial is a company out of Canada. Everybody knows who Radial is, mostly that plays guitar, so probably no need for me to reiterate that. But once again, this is my pedal board. Sometimes I'll use wireless. I use a wireless dongle. Not all the time, but from time to time. Most of the time lately, I've just been using a cord, but and I have a Line 6 G10. I had a Line 6 G50, and I'm about to get the new Sennheiser dongle for a while. So yeah, this is it. Input from the tuner with the buffer to the compressor to a delay or some kind of a random effect in here to the Tube Screamer to my preamp, which have a boost, mute, XLR out, and it goes straight into the PA system. Nice little carry case. Got an 18-volt adapter that that goes on the bottom of this thing. It goes into a mini ISO brick, and I've actually done a review on this. If you looked in my channel there under my review playlist, I bought this as $100, and it's the only ISO brick that will power a tone bone. You have to use a reverse polarity cable, but it will work. And it's on a Pedal Train Nano. That board's a Nano Plus. It fits one extra pedal. So Pedal Train Nano Plus with one extra pedal size board, and that's it. That is all I use. Now from time to time I will switch it up and use I have the acoustic fly rig from SansAmp. Sometimes you play festivals or things like that and you're only playing for an hour and you don't want to drag your whole pedal board. They've already got DIs and all that mess. Actually the Tech 21 has its own DI, but you don't want to drag all this stuff on a stage where people are trying to set up and play. You've only playing one set. You've got 10 different bands, and sometimes there ain't a lot of room. So I'll just drag the SansAmp acoustic fly rig. It's got a compressor and all the effects almost the same as this. I mean, it's really high quality multi effects unit. But I like to keep my effects individualized so I can swap them out every now and then. And I don't do a lot of swapping, but I do like to swap out my middle position here for a reverb or just something funny. Sometimes I use a funky monkey, just something to give a little bit of spice when I play so it's not the same thing over and over. So this is my main instrument. This is a Martin 0015 mahogany, solid mahogany. Let me back up here so you can see it. And I've replaced the jack here because I bought this guitar with no pickup, and then just like Tim, I use the DiMarzio Black Angel magnetic pickup, purely passive. He uses a split system. I just use a plain magnetic pickup, a single pickup. He uses a split so he can control his body volume and his string volume independently. I don't need all that. I'm mostly playing backup rhythms and leads, so this cuts through. It's a great pickup. I love this guitar. I own several Taylors, and I love Taylor guitars, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to have to say that this is my main guitar, hands down my favorite. Small body size. I mean, just that color is beautiful. Easy to work with, easy to play, the fretboard's easy, and I really enjoy it. Tim and I work really hard to test gear and make sure that we're using all quality components and quality cables and and things that way. A lot of time and effort goes into what we choose to use. So when you see us up there, see Tim tap dancing and the sounds you get, that's something we've worked really hard on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys out at the show pretty soon. And please like and subscribe. His YouTube channel, Deluxe Productions, is my own YouTube channel. I have all kinds of content, but that's where all the Whiskey Pines content is stored. Please like us on Instagram at Whiskey Pines Band, and it's Facebook, Whiskey Pines Band as well. So any of those, you can find us, find out what we're playing. You can also find us at whiskeypinesband.com. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.